SSDI and SSI. Are you included for the lump sum retroactive payment from Social Security that was recently announced? This is a really good question and what I want to spend some time on for you here in the video. Let's get into it and talk through the details. All right, now a few weeks ago, right around the beginning of the year, we have a new law that was put in place revolving around Social Security and requiring Social Security to send out large lump sum payments to millions upon millions of beneficiaries in the amount of thousands upon thousands of dollars. It's going to be different for everybody, but it's going to be a lot of money that is going out in these large lump sum payments from Social Security. And yes, they will be doing this. However, here's where the big question comes in. And again, I've seen some people here in the community reaching out, whether it's on a live stream in the chat box or down below in the comment section on previous videos. I've had some of you here in the community who receive SSDI and SSI, which, by the way, there's a lot of you here in this community that receive these two types of benefits. By the way, thank you so much for being part of the community and watching these videos. I truly do appreciate it. But anyway, let's talk about this because I've seen a number of you reaching out saying, hey, this sounds super awesome. I really, really need this right now. I'm on SSDI. I'm on SSI. My benefits aren't enough. Again, we hear all this all the time. We know how this is going. These benefits are significantly below where they really need to be. We've heard this so many times before, right? But anyway, I totally get where you're coming from and wanting to know the details behind this. Okay, so yes, this law was brought in. It was signed into law. It is a real thing. You're welcome to look it up. I have other videos here on the channel where I've talked about the details of this law and things like that. But I do want to say, like I said, I do want to focus on SSDI and SSI and how it pertains to you, if it does at all, okay? Now, first off, what was signed into law? What is this legislation? Now, it was right around the beginning of the year. It's just a few days after the beginning of the new year. It is called the Social Security Fairness Act. Now, if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for a while now, or if this is your first time here, first off, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. But I've talked about this before in other videos because it's a big deal. I mean, they changed a massive couple provisions around Social Security that have been reducing Social Security benefit checks for millions of people for roughly the last 40 plus years. So the repeal of these provisions, the windfall elimination provision and the government pension offset, the repeal of those is actually a pretty big deal. I mean, this is the biggest reform that we've seen to Social Security in many, many, many years, like a couple decades even. It's pretty massive here. So this is pretty exciting to see that they're actually doing something and they're actually making some progress on reforming Social Security and taking out some of those outdated rules. So there's plenty more to go. Don't get me wrong. We know some of them, like the marriage penalty. That's a huge one out there. But that's not what I'm talking about here. Just using that as a quick example here. Okay. But anyway, with the repeal of these two provisions, again, the windfall elimination provision and the government pension offset through the Social Security Fairness Act, which, by the way, if you want to look any of that stuff up, that's the name of the legislation. Feel free to look it up. There's a million articles out there about it right now. It's everywhere in the headlines. Okay, but anyway, Social Security will be sending out these retroactive lump sum payments going back to January of 2024. So over a year ago now is how long they owe these retroactive payments. That's why I said thousands and thousands of dollars that will be going out to these people. According to the statistics, anywhere between about $4,300 and about $8,000 plus dollars is what people are going to be getting. Not bad in a one-time payment from Social Security as a catch-up payment over the last 12 months. Again, not bad, right? Okay, but here's what it comes down to. SSDI and SSI. Are you going to be included for this, okay? Now, please just recognize this. I'm here to bring you the information. As I always like to say, I'm going to bring you the information straight. I'm not going to just sit here and blow smoke and be like, oh, this is happening if something's not, okay? I've also said I'm going to bring you honest, accurate, reliable, and transparent information in these videos every single day, even if it's sometimes information that, is maybe a little bit discouraging. Here's the situation. The windfall elimination provision and the government pension offset impacts the following benefits: retirement, survivors, and spousal benefits, okay? When it comes down to SSDI and SSI, unfortunately, okay, just hold tight here, unfortunately, the repeal of these two provisions is not going to directly impact SSDI or SSI benefits. However, maybe if somebody who is receiving this type of benefit, maybe if there's an option at some point to get like a survivor benefit or a spousal benefit or something like this, possibly there could be some, changes there, but as a straight up SSDI or SSI beneficiary, No, okay, the lump sum payments are not going to be distributed to these individuals. Okay, let me say this as well. There's a lot of misconceptions out there thinking like, oh, everybody's going to get this. That's not true at all. In fact, let me share with you the statistics. According to what we've seen on this, and I've said this statistics before in other videos, roughly 2.8 million people of the 72.5 million people that receive Social Security will be getting this. It's a teeny tiny percentage of the overall beneficiaries. So if you feel like you're being left out with this and you feel like, oh, there they are again, pulling a fast one on us and they left me out, I know it's easy to feel that way, and I want to discourage you. Please don't feel that way. I know that's like the most ridiculous thing to say right now. I totally get that. I apologize, but I'm just simply saying it's like a very small percentage of people. Even though it is focused on these other beneficiary types like retirement and survivors, mostly things like this, the point is, it's even just a smallest percentage of these people that'll actually get something from this, okay? We have 72.5 million people plus that receive benefits every single month from Social Security, and they're sending these lump sum payments to about 2.8 million, okay? So, I mean, as a percentage, that's a very, very small percent, right? So anyway, I hope this helps, but let's just continue to see what goes on here. Remember last year, just really quick side note here. Do you remember last year, 2024? Of course you remember last year. Social Security independently came out and made multiple announcements directly impacting SSDI and SSI, making it easier to get benefits and reducing the overall overhead and basically impact to benefits to these beneficiaries. Last year was good when it came down to SSDI and SSI. Social Security independently changed multiple different aspects of these programs. That was good. I talked about them as they were being released. That was some good stuff there, and all of those provisions that they announced last year are already in place. Let's just see what happens this year. We're still very, very, very early on in 2025 right now as I film this video, but let's just see what happens this year. And again, I guarantee you there's going to be some big changes. What it happens to be, we're not sure yet. There's a lot of different provisions, ideas, and concepts that are out there. Let's just see what they have cooking, okay? Anyway, I hope this helps you. For those of you that are asking, please just recognize I'm the messenger. I am not the person that writes the legislation. If I did, I mean, I can tell you this much. It would be written very differently. The way that they write some of these bills and some of these changes are ridiculous, in my opinion. But, okay, we will certainly work on that. And again, if it were up to me, there'd be way different things that would be changing about this, not just, these little changes that they're doing here. Anyway, I hope this helps you. If you have any further questions on this, please let me know. I can come back in a live stream. I can make another dedicated video. Whatever you need from me, I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. Thank you so much for being part of the community. If I can ask a huge favor of you, if you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. It is 100% free to do so. There's a subscribe button right down below. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Also, if you can think of one or two people that benefit from this information or that benefit from knowing me and or this channel, if so, can you please feel free to share this video. There's a share button right down below as well. Thank you again, 100% free to do so. Otherwise, check out the well over 5,000 videos here on the channel in the video library. Otherwise, down below in the description or the top of the comment section, I've hand selected some very popular videos for you there. Check those out. Or right now, popping up on your screen as well, you'll see some videos there. Check one of those. Otherwise, have a nice day. Thank you so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. Have a good one, and I hope to see you again soon.